Hello YouTube, my name is Legend of DS and welcome to the Media Create and weekly analysis video series thingy majigger. Wow, that was poorly done, but this is for the 14th to the 20th of August of 2017. And the big news is the huge drop off in the sales for the Nintendo Switch. But first things first, let's get to the top 20 of hardware sales. Obviously starting up with the top 10. And number 1 we have Dragon Quest XI for the passing of time for the 3DS, selling 67,000 units, selling a total of 1.64 million units as of today, or as of the 20th. Then we have Dragon Quest XI for the passing of time for the PS4, selling 49,000 units as of right now at 1.291 million units sold worldwide, or worldwide in Japan. Well, technically speaking, worldwide. Then we have Splatoon 2 at 30,000 units this week, ending up at 949,000, not reaching or touching the 1 million mark quite yet. It should do next week, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Then we have Snack World in its second week, selling 25,000 units, bringing the total to 123,000. Then Dragon Quest 11, not Dragon Quest 10 all in one package for the PS4, selling for its first week, selling 14,000 units. Then at number 6, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, selling in 13,000 units, bringing the grand total for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch to 646,000 units. Then we have ARMS doing a respectable 6,000, keeping itself onto the top 10 at number 7. Grand total for cumulative numbers of 203,000 units. Then we have Hey Pikmin for the 3DS at number 8, selling 5,960, bringing the grand total of the game to 120,000 units. Very good numbers for the spin-off. Then we have Animal Crossing Amiibo, selling 5,000 units, bringing the grand total for the game in Japan to 224,000 units. Obviously this is for the 3DS, and ending up the top 10, it's the Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch, including the limited edition, selling 5,000 units, bringing the grand total of the game to 566,000. Great numbers for Breath of the Wild in Japan. We saw in the NPD numbers of July that the game is still going strong in the United States. I do believe this week it also was on the last week. I believe it was a top 10 in the UK, and this week dropped to 11. But still, very good numbers for Nintendo games. The top 10 is all but 2 on Nintendo systems, and the Nintendo Switch has 4 games in the top 10, which is very good. 50-50 split with the 3DS. Okay, then the bottom half of the top 20 has Hitman: The Complete First Season, selling 5,000 units, bringing the grand total to 22,000. Then at number 12, Pokemon Sun and Moon, selling 5,000 units, bringing the grand total to 3,314,000. Then Pleasure's Calling, where is this for the 3DS, selling 4,000 units, bringing the grand total to 45,000. Then Crash Bandicoot, the 3 Bottoms, selling 4,000 units, bringing the grand total of 42,000 units sold in Japan. Then for the 3DS, Layton Mystery Journey, Catherine Ale and Millionaire's Conspiracy, 4,000 units sold, bringing the grand total to 120,000. Then Great Law Core 2, Recognition of Mr. Donosuke, 4,000 units, bringing the grand total to 85,000. At number 17th, Gundam Versus, including the limited edition, selling 4,000 units, bringing the grand total to 162,000 units. Then Dragon's Dogma Online Season 3 limited edition, selling 4,000 units, bringing the grand total to 4,000 units. This was obviously the launch of it. Then we have for PS Vita, the first Vita game to be included into this list, selling it's Minecraft, the PlayStation Vita edition, including the bundles, selling 3,000 units, almost 4,000, bringing the grand total to 1,195,000. And last, Mario Kart 7 for the Nintendo 3DS, selling a grand total of 3,000 units, bringing the total for that game for 2,806,000. Now, when we get to hardware, this is where the numbers are. Why I was talking about boost next week for Splatoon, but first things first, let's start with the PS4, number one best-selling system in Japan, selling 28,779 units, being the best-selling single-owned version of a system. I believe overall PS4 won the week. Then we have the Switch, which is the huge drop-off to 22,277 units. I'll get into why this number might be now and might not just be stock issues being brought back, but something else, and why also Splatoon 2 could not reach the 1 million mark. Then we have the new 3DS XL at 16,000 units sold. Then the new 2DS XL at 14,000, PlayStation Pro at 5,000, PS Vita at 5,000 as well, but selling less, selling 5,177, while the Pro sold 5,909. Then the 2DS at almost so close to the 3,000, selling 2,999. Then the new 3DS at 575, Wii U at 151, PS3 at 110, and the Xbox cracked 3 digits, selling 100 units this week in Japan. Now, the big news here is obviously the huge Switch drop-off. Last week it did about 80,000, over 80,000, and this week drops to 22,000. This is the lowest since the launch of Splatoon 2. The reason for this might be stock issues, obviously, but the big reason why I think it's the biggest reason is next week is Monster Hunter Double Cross Nintendo Switch version released, and there will be a bundle. Now, the game is not doing so well when it comes to pre-orders at COMG. It's doing, let me check, I believe it has, with a couple of days to go, 55 or 54 points, which is not too great for a game like this. Monster Hunter is at 51 points with 3 days to go. That's not good. It's not the best. It's number four in the overall rankings, number 3 in the individual rankings, but nothing to write home about. 51 points is extremely low for Monster Hunter game, or for a game this big in Japan. But obviously Nintendo is holding back stock because there will be a bundled version for the game next week. That might be one of the reasons why the stock is so low. Maybe we went back to Nintendo's not being able to keep up stock, but we won't know until next week's numbers. But great numbers for the PS4 that has won the week, selling I believe 35,000 units combined, the PS3, the PS4 and PS Pro, I believe, or 34,000. So yeah, the one thing is that this right now, it's a most likely reason for it is the Switch bundle next week for the not for the PlayStation, but for because of Monster Hunter, for the lack of sales data or lower sales data for the Switch. Maybe it's stock issues, and we have to wait and see until next week. If next week the numbers don't go over 50,000, then it's stock issues again for the Switch, because we hear it keeps selling out. There was even, I believe, a reporter that tried to get the Switch after going to 48 shops and it couldn't. So I do believe the stock issues is improving. At least today I saw 5 Switches in the closest store to me. They had like a bunch of them. I was gonna buy one, but unfortunately I did not have any money with me or my credit card, so yeah, that fell. But still, yeah, this has been the analysis for the week. Basically, I don't have anything else to say. So thank you guys for watching. I've been The Legend of DS, and I'll see you guys next time.